Good morning.
Oh, hi.
No, I'm not even coming in. I just want to tell you, thank you for breaking up the fight and for getting tough with me and for sticking up for my mother because I was being awful, but I couldn't stop it by myself.
Well, you're welcome. Listen, at least stay long enough to catch your breath, huh?
You're busy.
May I tell you something? Thank you is not necessary.
But I put you in such an awkward position.
Now, Kimberly, see, speaking your mind, saying what you feel, it's really very easy when you're not emotionally involved.
Which you're not. Yeah, I knew I was forgetting something. The other thing I came to say is I'm sorry about the matchmaking between you and my mother. I was sort of pushing you together, and I didn't mean to be obnoxious, but, well, when I get an idea, well, I apologize.
For flattering me?
You mean you liked it?
I was flattered. That's a compliment to be the suitor of your choice. A choice, by the way, which is not yours to make.
The suitor of my choice? That sounds like something out of the 1800s.
Well, I am fairly ancient.
No, you're not. Without that gray hair, you'd look 25. But the way you act is so...
Mature is a good word.
I'd love to see you completely blown away. Do you know what I mean? Happy, funny, doing anything that comes into your head.
Uninhibited, free, that sort of thing? Yeah.
Yeah, if you and my mother could just loosen up a little.
Romance. Birds sing, bells ring, etc. Well, thanks, but that's sort of a once-in-a-life experience, and I've already had it. Hey, tell me about your audition. It's today, isn't it? Have you heard from the police since you spotted your man?
Well, the audition's tonight, around 6 o'clock. I'm nervous now. I'll be sick then. The police had Mary Finelli and me come down and look at some mug shots, but we didn't see the man who mugged me. And Jack thinks that the hostess at the coffee house might be able to tell him something. I'm supposed to meet him there soon. I ought to go.
I think I've depressed you.
I think I got too personal.
Oh, no. I just started to remember some old things, that's all. Hey, it's perfectly okay.
Your wife must be an amazing woman. Jillian, I wonder about her a lot. Can I ask you... I don't know what's the matter with me, I'm sorry.
Kim, it's all right. Ask.
What got the two of you together? Was it gradual or did something big happen? An event that shook you up and made bells ring and birds sing? You don't have to answer.
Well, several major events brought us together and changed our points of view dramatically. Okay?
Thanks. I'll get out of your hair now.
Listen, the audition will be fine. You don't seem the least bit nervous.
Well, I'm not with you. But when 5 o'clock rolls around and Mother starts... Hey, would you like to come over for a drink or something around 5? Are you free? It'd be great for you to be the last person I see before I go.
Sure, I could manage that.
Great. Then maybe you can stay, and when I get back, I'll tell you both all about my audition. Maybe I'll even act it out and...
Hey, we're on for 5 o'clock, right? Nothing planned after that.
Okay. Bye.
Goodbye. And listen, be careful in that coffee house. Don't take any chances.
I'll be careful.
Tried to be careful. I said it wasn't right. I told him.
Honey, if you're talking to me, you'll have to raise your voice a little.
Roger, I want to talk to you, but I'm scared.
You don't be. We're making an effort for a new start, remember?
It's about...
Anything but commodities. I'll leave that to you and your broker. And by the way, I was delighted that we got through the night without hearing from good old Dan. Maybe you better just come out and say it.
Can I? Could you loan me $50,000?
You won't believe what I thought you just said.
Well, you have it with your stocks and your savings and what you inherited from your family.
But I thought you said $50,000.
Just a loan? Only for a few weeks.
Delia, what kind of trouble are you in?
I'm not. Exactly. My career, my self-respect, our relationship.
Oh, wait. I'll ask the questions and you just answer yes or no. I mean, do you realize that I'd sooner burn my money than give it to you to speculate with? I mean, if you don't, you have to realize that now. And regarding your career, I mean, do you actually think
No,
that I could...
no, I actually don't. Forget it. Go do your surgery and have a good day, and I'll see you tonight.
Were you serious?
About the $50,000? No, I just thought that since you have all that money hanging around and I lost mine, and I mean, I know the market, I was serious that way in case you're interested, but I wasn't serious. Bye.
Bye.
I could triple your money in 10 days.
And I could fly to the moon. Bye.
What am I gonna do?
Roger?
Faith! I thought you were my broker. Roger just left.
Oh, I wanted to tell him something.
So did I. Faith?
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Only what?
I love Roger. And all I want is to stay married and be happy and not hurt anybody. Could you possibly loan me $50,000?
Why?
It's to pay back a loan. It's sort of complicated. It has to do with my commodities.
Well, can't you pay that off over a period of time?
Well, that's what my broker wants me to do. I only want Roger. And if you help me pay it back all at once, I swear I'll never invest another penny my whole life. Oh, please.
Have you talked to Roger about this?
I know I haven't been the kind of sister-in-law that you might want, but I will be from now on. I'll have you to dinner and we'll go shopping and...
Delia, have you talked to Roger about this?
Well, he doesn't want to hear about my money problems. Which is good in a way, because then he won't have to know where I got the loan from. It'll be our secret. You know how secrets can bring people together? Can sort of cement a relationship. Never mind. Why should you do me any favors?
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I'll think of something. I'm good that way. Do you mind letting yourself out?
Delia, why don't you talk this out with Roger, whether he wants to hear about it or not?
He'd never forgive me. Thanks anyway.
You know, he's made a few mistakes, too. He loves you. Why don't you trust that and just tell him the truth?
I tried.
Well, thanks for trying. We'll have a couple cappuccinos.
Okay. She couldn't remember?
Just plain Duke. No last name, no address, no buddies.
Except pot and hash and acid and coke. I bet he's the regular supplier for this place. Well, why does everyone think I'm such a baby? I know a lot of things. 'Cause, 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 'cause,
I don't think you're a baby.
Well, thank you. Stop looking at me like that. I didn't mean I was into drugs.
Oh, well, that's good.
But I haven't run away from them either. They're everywhere, you know. Someone's always selling if you've got the money. I've smoked dope.
Mm.
And I've tried other things too, but I never ended up feeling the way I wanted to, so I figured it just wasn't my scene.
I see. What other things?
A little of this, a little of that.
Private joke?
Hmm?
He is smiling.
I shouldn't be. I was just thinking about a friend of mine who got kicked out of school last year. It wasn't funny.
Something connected with drugs.
Oh, it was really all so innocent. If Mr. Rivers hadn't pitched a fit and got everybody all riled up, the whole thing would have been forgotten in half a day. As it was, the whole school was crazy for weeks. You know, when people get a hold of a scandal, they just won't let go. Caffeine's a drug. It alters your consciousness. You can get addicted. Nobody cares how much coffee you drink. Nobody says, and how many cups does that make today? They just get panicky over one little batch of brownies. You know, I ask you.
Kim, if there's one thing a reporter can't take, it's a story that doesn't quite get told. Mr. Rivers, Hash Brownie, what happened?
I'm sorry. Mr. Rivers was our high school principal. And yes, they were Alice B. Tokeless brownies, and I didn't add much hashish, but I made him in home ec and I got expelled.
You mean your friend got expelled? I understand.
Well, they let me right back in the fall with my regular class. You can't tell my mother.
I won't.
She'll have me back in Topeka so fast before I can even turn around. And nobody will be able to stop her, not you or Mary or even Dr. Bolak or... He'll even agree with her. I know my grandmother won't.
Hey, I've already forgotten him. Relax.
No, Seneca won't. He'd be on my side. He's almost like a father to me. Of course, with Mother.
Really?
Well, that's really just what I'd like to see happen. Like a grand passion. Wouldn't that be terrific?
It's an intriguing idea.
But they need an event. Something dramatic to get them together and make them spontaneous and uninhibited.
I see you've given this some thought.
Yeah, they've noticed too, and they want me to mind my own business.
Well, that's good, because I'd hate to see you kicked out of New York. I told Mary I'd give her a call. I'll be right back.
We're not with the police or anything. You know that.
I know you're looking for Duke because he took your money and all. As far as I'm concerned, you can look from here with or without the cops. I just do my work and collect my pay.
Could you sit down for a minute, please? I need a favor. I only mentioned the police because I was afraid you'd think I was going to set you up, and I'm not. My mother's rich. She laid a whole bunch of money on me this morning, and you can have it. Hey, even if you can't sell me anything, keep it. I owe it to you for all the trouble I've been. If you can sell me some good hash, just leave it in the ladies' room. I'll look for it in 10 minutes. You can tape it behind the paper towel thing. I won't tell my friend, anybody else. You can trust me.
I'll see what I can do.
I told her we'd finish our coffee and then we'd leave.
In about 10 minutes? That'd be perfect.
They're not here. I'm the cleaning lady.
You're the next time, try an accent. At least put a clothespin over your nose. Oh, I know. You probably got to go see your broker and everything, but I promise this will just be a very short visit.
No, I'm not going anywhere. Certainly not there. What have we got there?
Antiques. I am discovering just how much of an old-fashioned girl I am. And an old-fashioned bride needs old-fashioned bridesmaids.
I get to wear that?
Yes, if it fits. I think it ought to. I had your measurements.
Oh, it's gorgeous. I wasn't sure there'd be a wedding, after the other night, with Johnny and Tizo.
Right, well, wedding wasn't called off, but the wedding plans were changed, and then they were changed back, and I moved out, and I moved back again, though. So you were right, things happened after that party.
You're happy?
I'm getting married with my family instead of without them, and that makes me very happy.
Johnny made up? He's not mad anymore?
Well, let's say the worst of it's been straightened out. Let me help you here.
Well, did he make up with Joe and Tizo?
Well, he's made up with me, and he tolerates Joe. As for Tizo, well, we've agreed not to discuss Tizo. Wasn't this period just lovely?
This is gorgeous. There. It's funny, though.
Funny? Oh, strange. Yeah?
Well, if you were just living with somebody rough and tough, not that Joe is, but somebody from that background with those connections, if you were just living with him, I could understand it, but to be marrying him with everything old-fashioned...
It's not the choice you'd think that I'd make, huh?
What's so traditional?
Well, traditional. I'm not the traditional one. That's for Mary and Kathleen. I'm different. But as Ma says, apples fall under the apple tree, you know. I guess I'm not entirely different than the other little Ryans.
Oh, I think you're the best, Ryan. Well, you and Maeve.
Aw. Hey, stand over there. Let me get the full effect. Oh, Dee.
What's wrong?
Bridesmaids are not supposed to outclass the bride.
I look okay?
It's stunning. Oh, I've got to get a photographer, too. Say, do you know if Faith is upstairs?
Yes, she is. Is that her dress?
Yeah.
She'll look stunning, too.
Oh, I certainly hope so. This wedding's got to be a dazzler. So, practice your smile, and I'll call you later about the shoes.
Thanks, you really cheered me up.
Aren't you glad that I knew you weren't the cleaning lady?
Yes, I am.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Hello?
Hello, my darling. I've been waiting to hear from you.
Dan, I can't talk.
Of course you can.
I'm in a wedding.
This morning?
No, but the dress is being fitted and it's very old and it can't get wet. And I'm about to cry, so I better hang up.
Tia, please, don't be upset. I just want to plan some time for us.
No, you don't. You want to make my life miserable. You call me up at 2 o'clock in the morning and my husband gets suspicious and you send me minks and emeralds, so he'll probably throw me out. Just because I owe you $50,000.
Come on, Adelia. How many times do I have to tell you our business relationship and our personal relationship are totally separate? I'm not thinking about the money. I don't need immediate payment, and if I did, there's the collateral that I hold.
You can't take Ryan's. You wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't. Especially since my mind is so full of you, making you happy, seeing you, loving you. I can be at the corporate apartment in half an hour.
Well, I can't. I'm afraid. I don't know.
Hello. Do you have any luck? Oh, you mean at the coffee house? No. The hostess was friendly, and Jack had no trouble talking to her. But she didn't say anything.
Just as well, say I. If she knows anything about that person, she can tell the police. Did you manage the subway all right?
Yes. I even managed that little market on Broadway. This is my first New York food shopping.
Oh, darling, Audrey takes care of that sort of thing.
Well, this is special. For one thing, I'm nervous about my audition. When I'm nervous, I like to cook. For another thing, I invited a guest over for a drink around 5. But I decided to turn it into tea and homemade goodies. Is that okay?
It depends on the guest.
Seneca. For me. Because I'm going to be scared when I walk out of here. And he says all those good, safe things. I didn't mean to invite him without asking you, but I went over to his office this morning to apologize for being fresh. And
Seneca is welcome, and tea will be charming.
And then maybe if he's still here when I get back, I can tell you both about my audition.
Oh, I see. You'd like me to invite him to dinner.
Well, that's an idea.
Oh, yes. All right, I will invite him to dinner and you go cook. What kind of goodies are you going to be making anyway?
Baking. Do you like brownies?
No, I'm mad about them.
Fantastic. These are my specials.
SoapNet's Breakfast in Bed just got supersized. Now you can enjoy breakfast in bed all day with the OC, One Tree Hill, Beverly Hills 90210, and Gilmore Girls. Every Saturday and Sunday from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on SoapNet.